I can see every Italian right now watching this episode going, don't do it. Please don't do it. Not the pineapple. Let me tell you exactly where the only place I think pineapple should exist on a pizza menu. That's on a dessert pizza. Let's make it. It's incredible. Hi everybody, welcome back to Revolve headquarters. Now, by now you've probably realized I'm not the most purist of pizza makers. I like to do things that are a little bit unconventional when it comes to pizza toppings. But I have to say, personal preference, I do not like pineapple on pizza. Especially tomato, cheese, and pineapple for me, it's a no-go. But each to their own. However, where I do think pineapple belongs is on this amazing dessert pizza. So what we're going to do is we're going to do rum glazed pineapple. We're going to have a base of coconut cream, finish it off with coconut shavings and ginger nut biscuits with a little lime zest. Basically, it's the Caribbean on a pizza and it is awesome. All right, let's do this. I'm excited. So let me just walk you through the ingredients. Let's first have a little sip of rum. Cheers. And let's have a look what we got here. One really important ingredient for this recipe to work is you want to get hold of coconut cream. Coconut cream is a lot thicker than coconut milk. You can see the texture here. Now I have seen some videos in the past of people that put coconut milk into the fridge or the freezer, and that basically solidifies the fat in the coconut milk, and then you can open it up and then you can scoop out the coconut cream. So you can do it that way as well. If you can't get hold of coconut cream, try putting the coconut milk in the fridge for about 24 hours, then opening it up and you can spoon it out. That's what I've heard, but I haven't tried that. Now, coconut cream is perfect. As we mix it up, you can see it's got the texture of a thick cream. And that's really important because we're going to use this as the base to our pizza. So you can see that consistency is going to be perfect for spreading. Okay? So we have our coconut cream. We have the old classic, the ginger nut. If you've never tried a ginger nut before, you must. They're amazing. Ginger nuts, a very gingery biscuit. Any type of ginger biscuit will work for this. Or if you can't get that, maybe some crystallized ginger would be nice. Even grated fresh ginger work through the coconut cream. Or you could do an oat cookie. At least you've got a little bit of a crunch. So we want a crunchy element. And we've got some of these beautiful coconut shavings. What's wonderful about these, when we put them on the pizza, they just char when we put them in the oven and they'll give a beautiful color. But the star of the show today, the pineapple. Right, let's get going. So, what we want is some about ½ an inch thick slices of pineapple. So, a very easy way to cut pineapple. You can just stand it like this, and you can just run down the sides like this. And actually using a bread knife is a really good idea for pineapple. It just makes it very light work. And then you can just go around and get those little pesky bits. You can just go like that and get rid of those little pesky bits. Just nick those little bits off. Okay, now we can just take our bread knife and just cut nice slices of this pineapple. Okay. And then we're going to use our trusty cast iron pan to help us glaze these pineapples. So where is our cast iron pan? It's nice and hot. As the Revolve is heating up, we're just heating up this cast iron pan. That is smoking hot. We're going to take our pineapple slices and we're just going to place them on our cast iron pan, and we're going to add our rum. Rum and pineapple, everybody knows, it's a classic. Can't go wrong. You can hear that sound? That means that the pan is really, really hot. And let's get our rum. Now we just turn these pineapples over, and already the difference between this and a piece of gross sweet canned pineapple, completely different. It's caramelized in rum, it's got a wonderful flavor. When you cook pineapple, it gives it this really, really nutty kind of Caribbean vibe where all the sugars in the pineapple go all kind of like brown sugar tasting, kind of honey-like. Now let's turn it, once it's turned over, we put it back in the oven just for a few more minutes. Okay, and after about a total of 5 minutes of cooking, these pineapples are done. So it really depends on how hot you get that cast iron pan before you start cooking. If it's really hot, the whole process is very fast. And there we go. We have our glazed pineapples. The whole smell right now has changed. You can smell the sweet honey caramelized pineapple smell with that rich rum aftertaste. There's no way this is going to be a bad pizza. It's such a good combination. Coconut, pineapple. Think pina colada on a pizza. Okay, let's stretch our dough. Once, always the same. Twice, 3 times, and stretch. Now I'm going to introduce quite an interesting method that I've only just learnt myself, and this is one of the wonderful things about the pizza making community in general, is that we can constantly be learning from each other and picking up tips and tricks. And I can't even remember to be able to give credit to the person who it was, but I saw a post about it, and it's changed the way that I make a lot of my dessert pizzas now. So we're going to blind bake the pizza dough. And by blind baking it, what you can do is you can ensure that your dough is cooked. And then when you add the toppings, you don't need it to be in the oven as long because your dough is already cooked. And for me, it was more about seeing what someone used for this blind baking process. By using one of these, which is just off a normal cake tin, you know, one where you can just remove it and pop it up and take the cake out. One of these, you can just place it like this into the middle of your stretched pizza dough. Just push it down a little bit. The cows are saying, what a clever idea. Just push down your disc like this. Then we can put it onto our peel. Actually, you should put it onto your peel and then put the baking disc on. Okay, so place your stretched pizza onto your peel and then take your baking disc and just push it down like that. And then when we put it in the oven, the center won't rise, but the crust will cook. So it's a very clever idea. Okay, and as we remove the pizza, very, very, very carefully because it's super hot, just remove this, and you'll see what we have is a pre-cooked base, beautifully cooked, and in the middle, it's weighed down with that baking silver circle. Now we can top our pizza, and when we put the pizza back in the oven, it only needs 5 to 10 seconds before it's done. So the advantage is we don't have to cook all the toppings for the whole time. We can pre-bake the crust and then finish with the toppings. So here is our beautiful coconut cream. Pour that on to the base. Okay, that is our coconut cream base. Now we take our beautiful rum glazed pineapple slices. The only way the pineapple should be put on a pizza. Place them on like that. Now let's continue with the Caribbean vibe. Take that lime, coconut, pineapple, ginger, and we just take the zest of the lime. One of my favorite ingredients here, really makes a difference, the shaved coconuts, and we just place them all around. White beach, blue sea, dressed all in white, pina colada, and then this beautiful pizza. So what we're gonna do for the last 5 to 10 seconds, we're gonna put this back in the oven, and we're just gonna let those coconut shavings take on a bit of color. This one's a bit special. Final pièce de résistance, the ginger nut. The ginger nut cookie on the top. Just take a knife and just cut through your ginger nut, just so it's a bit smaller, and then in your hands you can just break it up. Let's get this ginger nut on top. Oh my god, the flavors. Okay, on the top. And that, for me, ladies and gentlemen, is the only way a pineapple should be on a pizza. Prego.